Louisiana beer reviews. Nebraska Pilsner Lager, 12 fluid ounces. This is sold in cans and in kegs, no bottles. 5.1% alcohol, 30 IBUs is right there on the label. Give the alcohol and the bitterness level. And they've got the date. Canned on July 15, 2021. I think. Hope it's not 2020. Drink local. I bought this, well, Total Wine and More, you never know with those guys. Let's hope that's not a 0 and that's a 1. Somebody sent me Nebraska beers years ago and he said, you'll never see it, or you can't get it in Louisiana. Well, at the time I couldn't. We get them now. All right. The malts are Pilsner and Cara Pils, and the hops are Sterling and Liberty. Gets a good score on Beer Advocate, 83. Rate Beer doesn't like it. They say 49 out of 100. They say it's just a bad beer. But in the style, it's a 90. Nearly world class. That means they don't like the style. And a 67 on Untapped. That's pretty good for Untapped. Not great, but good. It sure looks like a stretched out 0 instead of a 1. But it's hard to say because that part of it got on the edge. So we're going to hope it's 2021. They used to have these pull caps, like the whole top will come off, pull tops, but I noticed now they're going to the standard pop top. Ooh, that's very, very pale straw on this very cloudy, humid morning. Not really too warm, but it's cloudy and humid and just so overcast. Yes, no sun. I'm trying to think what this reminds me of. It's a very pale straw appearance. A stark white foamy head. There's a little haze in it, but I wish I had better lighting, but there's a little haze to it. I think it's not just the chill haze, and some slowly ascending bubbles. Not lazy, but slowly. I'm trying to think what it reminds me of another beer I've seen with the same color, but I can't think of it. All right. It's like sweet white bread. Just sweet white bread. Any grassy hoppiness in this? No. No. Has like a lemony flavor. I thought it would have that. It does have some pretty decent hop action going on here. Like, yeah, grassy hops. You don't really get like the European pilsners like this biscuity malt, but you get like prickly white bread. The mouth feels prickly. The body's very light. White bread, I guess. Sweet sugar. Sweetness level on the Cyclops scale would be probably 3.5 out of 5 sugar cubes. Bitterness scale 2.5 out of 5 bitterness. 2.5 out of 5 hop cones. 31 IBUs. It seems about right. It's anybody that would drink this beer and would say, "Oh, it's so bitter. It's so bitter." What? What are you talking about? It's not. It is not bitter. It's light-bodied. It looks like a light beer. It looks like Michelob Ultra, maybe, or maybe Bud Select 55. Budweiser Select 55. It's that pale. It's unusually pale, but not a bad-looking product. There's 2 or 3 video reviews for it. I'm gonna watch them. Clean. Refreshing, crisp, well-made beer. Now they're saying on the can, world class in every can. This has got to be from 2021. I don't think it would taste this clean and refreshing and nice if it was over a year old. But I suppose it could hold up in the can that long. Just seems like it wouldn't, but It's not world class, but that's just a slogan. Mighty fine though. For an American Pilsner, I know there's one light beer that's sold and they call it a fine Pilsner beer. Oh, really? 4.2% alcohol. Well, Pilsner Urquell's 4.4, so that's not really totally out of line. But the bitterness units on that beer is like 9. Pilsner should be on 30 or 31 at least in that area. It might be a fine light beer, adjunct light beer, I guess, but it's not a Pilsner. They use an adjunct. A true Pilsner is not going to use rice or corn products. Just like Leinenkugel's Oktoberfest. It's not a true Oktoberfest Märzen because they use corn syrup. Tastes good, but it's not a Reinheitsgebot. This is. I'm going to go with 94 out of 100, 9.4 out of 10. It's really a great beer. You might be thrown off by the light appearance, but I think you're going to love the flavor. I don't need to say, well, I wish we could get this in Louisiana, because I know I can. At least one place, Total Wine and More. So if you see it, buy it, try it, you're most certainly going to like it. And this really is a fine Pilsner style beer, at least. Pils. So, because they're supposed to be made in, well, originally they were supposed to be made in Pilsen, in the Czech Republic, Bohemia, Kingdom of Bohemia, and then so that other companies were just calling their products Pils to try to avoid lawsuits. But then they decided Pilsner Urquell would be the original Pilsner brand, and then other companies can make like Flensburger Pilsner and Carlsberg Pilsner and this Pils. Either way, yeah, a little slight lemony flavor, and you get that sometime with Pilsners and Pils. Les Bon Temps Relais, a fabulous beer, and I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Nebraska. I've been there once, to Nebraska City. Didn't seem like much of a city, more like Nebraska town, but I ate at Hardee's, so it's a great experience in Nebraska. Go to Nebraska and tour the Nebraska Brewing Company Brewery.